I am your host with the most, so have a toast, Leader Johnson. Listen, anybody who was tuning in to my episode before, listen, man, my bad. Listen, it's Thanksgiving. My girl's sister came to pick up stuff. Y'all hear me in the back, like, hey, what's going on? They calling me downstairs. I'm doing my podcast. My studio is upstairs. Sorry, y'all, but we back. We are back here for our leader, Villanova Radio. We here. Now listen. Um, Looking at this game, let's go back. We are gonna start going straight there. 89-75. Once again, Old Dominion, Villanova. Villanova, man. Listen, this team has been doing good. It's back to guard you. Got Caden Lewis, 20 points, going back to 4 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Doing a good job. I mean, listen, as a freshman coming in, and I'm hearing a lot of things that seem like the forgotten freshman. I mean, I know he went to Kentucky and wasn't able to do what he could do, but he did, man. He did come to Nova and let y'all know. I mean, this is it. He's cool, laid back. I mean, he's really a patient guard. I mean, and you're not going to put him in the draft things now. You're going to mention him, yeah. And he could appear in some boards. I mean, listen, as a guy, top 20 pick, he looks like that. He looks real confident to be a young guy, but they got to see more. A lot of people are going to have to see more to start putting them in that trajectory right now. You might see some second-round picks for Caden Lewis, but he's not going to get his rightful place until this season starts turning up and you start seeing tournament play from Caden Lewis and big games. They got a lot of big games coming up. Got the Big Five. We'll see what he does. Caden Lewis is going to be a guy I mentioned at the end of the year as a guy that could be in this draft class. Could be, but it's just not. We got to see more. I see a lot of talent from in progress. Bryce Lindsey, 12 points. He's always a guy that's shooting 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He's always a guy that you could depend on. You ain't seen a guy like that in a minute with Villanova could depend on. Guys like Allen Ray. Shout out to Allen Ray. Guys like Kerry Kittles. Guys like that could shoot and it could light it up, let you know what's going down. Tyler Perkins, man, 21 points. I'm just glad to see him because he has that shot selection. He can make those shots. Same thing Lindsey's doing, Perkins can do. And when he starts producing 21.7 rebounds, let y'all know what he did, that's going to be a dangerous team. Perkins, Lindsey, and Lewis able to score consistently. Then you look at Hyde. You just got to like what you see out of him. 7-10 from the free throw line, 12 points, 7 rebounds. The fact that he can stretch the floor, he's a very smart player. You have to really like that. You have to like that. You have to like that about what Villanova brings with Hodge, Lewis, Perkins, and Lindsey. They're playing. I mean, it's a lot they have to do, especially defensively. Villanova has to get there defensively. It's going to be something to see how they play against the big teams. They played good against BYU, but you also saw where the defense was a little different. Braden Pierce got to start. Shout out to Braden Pierce and his family. He got to get in there. He did his thing. Filled the lanes, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds. He got an assist. I mean, he got in there and got some time, which I'm glad to see because he's going to be a contributor for the future of the Villanova Wildcats. He's going to be a good player. Tafara Gapre, listen, there we go. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. This guy can stretch the floor. It's good to get him involved. Stanford only had 2 points. Just another guy. 2 points is good for me because I just want to see him get on the floor, get active. Once these guys get comfortable, they'll start hitting their shots at a consistent rate. Their shots. Askew, 8 points off the bench. He's continued to be a guy that could be a leader, could be that vet that we need. And Valakai Palmer, 6 points again, and that's 2 3-pointers. You get to see these guys being consistent. You just see the guys that are consistent hitting the shots. You see the guys that are consistent that are hitting the shots. You also look at it's big to see that they got to get better with defense. They're getting confident shooting 3-pointers, but they got to get better with the defensive part. I mean, if we go now to what you look at with Villanova from last year, they're just more confident offensively. That's the great thing. Super confident offensively. Looking at Bryce Lindsey and what he's able to bring to Villanova. Bryce Lindsey is a star in the mid. I mean, I don't want to go too far though, because he's another guy. We talking about Lewis because of the freshman factor the first year, but Lindsey's a sophomore, and a guy that can shoot in this generation in this league. We're talking about a guy that's shooting around 50% from the field. Is anybody understanding the type of season that Lindsey's really having this year? Bryce Lindsey is scoring almost 20 a game, 19. 50% from the field and from the field. And from the field and from the long range. He's a guy you do not want to leave open from any range. 6'3", 194. Sophomore player from B-More. You got basically a B-More, a DMV backcourt right now. I mean, they is getting down. They have a good chemistry. Devin Askew is, I mean, how much could you ask for off the bench when Lewis takes the rest? You got a vet that can score, that can shoot those threes. And then you can put Chris Jeffrey anywhere. Point guard, shooting guard. You can switch Palm over there if you want. You know, you could put him over there if you want. You can put Tyler Perkins. It's such a good rotation of players. And then you just want to see the other guys like Stanford and just, you know, Hodge is getting good, but Stanford and Gaypray are the two guys you want to see with the size. Just get more acquainted. Once they get in, this is going to be a deep team, and it's really interesting to see just how good Braden Pierce will get. You know, just want him to rebound, block some shots, just get comfortable. As long as you're taking up space, that's comfortable. I really like the squad. I like this team. Now, we're talking about Matthew Hodge. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew, see, it's just a good story. It's a good story. Man, I think he was done. I mean, I really didn't like that story with him and Spell. What are they doing? What are they doing to kids? Hodge is one of the top recruits out his class, ready to impact. And we see right now, he could have impacted last year. This man is so comfortable and fluid with the ball in his hands, and he knows he could do anything. He could pass, shoot from the three. At his size, it's real fun to watch, but he's not even nowhere near how good he's going to be. Nowhere, like he's not even nowhere near there. It's just good to have him there as a listen. This is a freshman they're not talking about either. 12.5 a game, 3.8 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field. This is the one they're not talking about him either. 34% from the 3-point line. They got to get better at the free throw line. If you're looking at Matthew Hodge and the type of player you got at your forward position, it's so good to have that size with him and Brennan. Him and Brennan over there makes it so comfortable for March. When March comes, 6'8", 220. Big time. Big time player. Big time player. I really am comfortable with him at the four. You look at what they're bringing to the table. And then the number one guy, you just got to understand. Let me go through this line right quick. When you look at Caden Lewis, he's always confident, comfortable. There's a lot of things that could be better, but one thing he is patient. And then he'll pick you apart. Listen, he'll come with the dribble, and then all of a sudden the first step comes, then he'll stop. Then the second step, he just get there so comfortable. I like the way he plays point guard. It's good to see Villanova guard play. You know, I mean, guys like Alvin Williams and Jalen Brunson, and look at guards like Scotty Reynolds. Even more than that, before, you know, Scotty, Corey Fisher, like guys that could be patient with the rock in their hand. John Salistan was a very patient with the ball in his hand. I mean, a killer off the bench. You just got to look at how Villanova really runs guard. That's why they call them guard you. You talk about not the most guard. No, they the way they teach guards how to play, when the coach gets in place, they're going to teach them guards how to play. And this is perfect back to Villanova basketball. It's so great to see a Caden Lewis display. Bryce Lindsey. Y'all remember when Allen Ray used to tear it up? Tear it up. Scotty Reynolds tear it up. Kerry Kittles. It's good to see guard play like this, man. It's just good. I'm a Villanova diehard. It's good to say that. Who was at the game? Who was in the house? Oh, Philly was in the house. Jordan Longino was in the house, man. Good to see Jordan, a Villanova legend. Good to see him in the building, man. It's good to see him in the building. That was great to see. And then who else? Who else was there, man? We got Nova. You got to put the winners in there, 9-2, man. You got to get the winners in there, man. It was good to see the love. Nova Nation is on another level right now. It's real good to see. Real good to see. And who else? Can y'all guess who I'm gonna say? Man, you listen, stars in the building, baby. Saquon Barkley, PA Love. That's two. Longino and Barkley is PA. I know y'all talking about the New York. No, we talking about Whitehall, baby. We talking about Barkley is PA's son, man. And I know it's a struggle going on, but Barkley, we love you, dog. It is what it is. We know what's gonna come. We know what's gonna come, man. We know Barkley gonna tear it up. You know, Eagles had a loss. I know the Dallas Cowboy loss for everyone. We want to talk about that. Listen, I understand. I know it's a bad loss when you lose to the Cowboys, but listen, it's the Eagles, Super Bowl champions. They're going to come back. It is what it is. They were 14-3 last year. They had 3 losses now. We know who the Eagles are. All right, now talking about Villanova and talking about the women. Unbelievable game, 66-54. It's just good to see. Listen, and they're undefeated away. They're undefeated away. All right, 66-54. All right, 66-54. We want to go, and the first person I want to put a little is Kennedy Henry, man. The freshman. Y'all see that backcourt freshman? So it's the same thing in the men's program. You got Caden as a freshman, and then you got Bryce is a sophomore. But now you got with Kennedy is the freshman, and Bosco's the sophomore. This you can't write this type of story, man, for Villanova. This season gonna be nice. Dylan's been waiting. Dylan went through a lot. When she lost all the recruits, I was kind of like in a way. No, I felt the type of way, man. I was like, dang, this is so hard. Because she had a good class coming through transfers. You know, Jalea Green. She had a lot of good people coming through transfers last year. And she had to start over again. But the way she did it this year, it's the people she got. To get Kennedy Henry, one of the top recruits in the country in her class. Then Kylie Watson. Do you know who Kylie Watson is? Kelsey Jones. Like, I'm just telling y'all people, y'all know who Kylie Watson and Henry were coming out of high school. Are coming out of high school. Then Bosco. I called it. I called that Bosco going to be a beast, man. I called it. I called Kennedy. I said, Kennedy, yeah. How did they? Because when she was going on visits, I was like, oh, okay. Let's go, Dylan. Coach Dylan is an unbelievable recruiter. Unbelievable recruiter. Good, great coach, man. She don't get the credit, man. Don't get me to talking. But no, Kennedy Henry and Bosco, back-to-back years. Just a great recruit, and then to get Kylie Watson to come. Then you get the Danae Carter to come back to Philly. I mean, you can't even this was good. Then, good. Listen, you got to understand this roster. Let's go ahead. And Bryn McCurry, 18 points. I've been yelling her all season, man. Unbelievable. 7 rebounds, 5 assists. 7 rebounds, 5 assists. This is a great team to even have on this mark. Great, unbelievable. I just think it's good to have Bryn McCurry on this squad with this type of roster. It's no doubt when you look at Bryn McCurry, it kind of adds the cherry on top for this team. Kind of adds the cherry on top for this squad. Bryn McCurry at 18 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. A big time squad with Danae Carter, Kennedy Henry, Josh Roscoe. This game was really kind of like an exciting game to see because DeSalle was 5-2. And I remember last year, DeSalle had Nicole Millier. Shout out to her. She did transfer. Wasn't getting off. But now DeSalle's getting off. This was a good game for Villanova because this ain't no. All right, the other game with Villanova against Old Dominion was different. I mean, they're a decent team, but Villanova should have sliced them. But this DeSalle team was good. 3-1 at home. They just got beat at home. Villanova, this ain't the stands. Nobody talking about the stands that Villanova just made in the Big Five. Shout out to LaSalle and the whole organization. I'll be out to see some games, man. Big Five. I'm really going to be out for the Big Five. But listen, Brooke Bender in 15 minutes. 15 minutes playing. Listen, she played 15 minutes in that game. Brooke Bender had a good game the game before. Watch out the minutes she's getting. Rachel Wirtz with the 5 minutes she's got. So Rachel Wirtz out of Indiana, great prospect. MD Natumbo. That's the one I want to talk about even more because she's a real good defensive player, two-way player. Three rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. The more she gets comfortable out of Canada, she's going to be a good player. And Ciceretti, Danny Ciceretti, another 9 points. 9 minutes, had 2 points. Ciceretti is a good ball handler. She's just getting comfortable. That's person to wait for. Ryan Allen has 7 points again. The more she gets comfortable, the Vanderbilt transfer, the more this team gets good. 66-54. Once again, let's talk about Kennedy Henry having 11 points and Bosco having 16. How this backcourt, just like the men's team, sets the tone every time. And Bryn McCurry, once again, I got to talk about her. Very excited. Y'all hear I talk about her. It's good to see her get down. The 5 assists is what got me with the 2 steals. I mean, goodness gracious. Out of Jersey, 6'1". This is what we're talking about. Now, we're not even talking about how, Kylie Watson was hurt. You got these 2 girls in the center position that can impact for you anytime. Anytime. Junior. So we got 1 more year with Bryn McCurry. I'm excited for her talent, man. And Rachel Wirtz is another one. I like the size because the last couple of years, and then get Kylie Watson this year. Now look at the size developing here. Rachel Wirtz, number 45. Anybody know? Listen, I'm a fan of this size. I'm a fan of how Dylan recruits. These are not. Look at what Dylan does when she recruits. Just look. They impact. So you have to be excited anytime you see a recruit step on the floor. If I'm telling you, this recruit is a person to look at. No question. Great recruiting class with Ntambu, with the Brenda twins, and with Kennedy Henry. That was unbelievable class right there, man. And they're all getting minutes. That they're all playing deep. She's playing her girls. She's playing them for their talents and letting them develop on the go and coaching them good. 5-2 team. 5-2, man. I'm really loving this squad, and I'm really loving who they have here. I'm just telling y'all, this is going to be a good squad. Very good squad. To continue about Kennedy Henry, man. It's really hard as a freshman, to come in, especially at the guard position, man. I mean, because you got a lot of responsibility. You got to be able to score, run the floor, keep up with. Say 6 feet. She's a big guard too. It's just really good to have her there. 9 points, 4.3 rebounds, 3.4 assists, shooting 44% from the field. Not afraid to take that trade. She's going to get better. I feel like that's what we're looking at. 41% from the trade. I said she's going to get better. Yes. Because she's going to be more consistent, hitting 83% from the free throw line. She's going to be more consistent and hitting more threes. Y'all see it now. She's going to be better at hitting more 3-pointers. Looking at what Bosco is doing this year, man. Y'all want to know Bosco? Listen, man. 16.7, 4.7 rebound, 3.4 assists. Going to get better at the field. Going to get better at shooting from the field. That's going to happen. No question. Still shooting a little solid 34% clip. But Bosco is a person who wants to do a lot of work. And the thing about this game, at least in Brooke Brenda, as freshmen off the bench can score. And Tom Boo's going to come in there and contribute. And you still got Allen. I mean, it's really intriguing to see the people that are contributing early for this Villanova Lady Wildcat team. That as the season goes on, they're going to get better, man. Because Allen, this isn't her first ride. She's a vet. So she's going to do more and more. The Bender twins are very comfortable. So it's very dangerous to see what they could do from the outside. They're going to be hard. Natumbo on both ends gives you the energy, ball handling. Like, she's a person to watch to get better and better. And Ciceretti, it's just you got good ball handlers and people who can shoot. It's just they got to get their foot in the ground. It was a good class with Ciceretti. But the people you got to watch out for to me is Allen and the Bender twins because they're impacting, and Natumbo. Not only are they impacting, Natumbo on both ends is very, very hard to mess with. I mean, Kennedy Henry can do everything. Kelsey Jones, Jones and Allen are the ones, the transfers who are going to keep on continue. You might see no points from Jones now, but she's going to have double-figure games, and they're just going to get used to playing. And the great factor of that is the fact that they got a point guard and a shooting guard that can slice it. And if they get McCurry and Watson to get comfortable, I mean, this team is going to be this very intriguing team, man. Danae Carter is steady a good player every time she steps on the floor. Great leader. This is all of a sudden this team, when you look at them and look at who's impacting, um, very intriguing. And the same thing with Villanova Wildcats, the men. What you're looking at is a five that can play good. You got Lewis and you got Lindsay, and they're consistent. So that's good to start with. Then you got a Brennan who can rebound and score double doubles every game. That's the added point. It's one thing to be able to rebound and score. He could have had 9 and 7, and they'd be like, okay, that's good. This man's a double double guy. And you got Lewis who don't make mistakes at the point guard position. Hodge as the other guy. You want another front court guy that can help Brennan. Ooh, this guy can hit from the outside and shoot. I just want everybody to know that this is big for this squad and to be excited. It's a reason to be excited. A big reason to be excited. Now we look at the football. I'm coming through. I want to talk about football. It's real big. The Harvard team is 9-2, and it's 9-1, and Villanova is 9-2. We got a commitment from False Capabianco, man. That's a linebacker. This guy can play. Can play, man. He can play. I talked to him. They're going to say interview come out for VU Sports. He'll be a linebacker. He's an athlete. He can wide receiver, catch the ball. False Capabianco is a great addition. This is such a good class. He's a headhunter. Gives you a linebacker. They like athletes at linebacker, like Turner Inge and guys like that are on J.R. Strauss. Guys like that are athletes with this line. They love athletes. And this is a guy that played other positions at a high level out of high school. Now they get him to play linebacker. Fast, quick. This is a very good unit. And a guy who visited Villanova. Visited Villanova for sure was Dylan Jackson. Dylan Jackson came for the guys' game of the season. 34-10 to win over Sacred Heart. Wide receiver, 2027 wide receiver. Dylan Jackson during this past year for St. Mary's out of Merlin prospect, high level, had 50 catches for 720 yards. Just know that's the guy who had a game day visit. He was there. Very good to see Villanova still capitalizing, still going at 2027. Just one of the guys there after. Very talented receiver, Merlin prospect. Very good player. To talk about other guys, other players, off the women's team, listen, Danny Ciceretti, just watch out. Good ball handler. She'll get good player to watch out for. You'll see her get more and more in tune. Shane Hartsell, man, Buck Buchanan Award. I wanted to talk about, and nobody know what that is, as the best player in the FCS. Or the best defensive player. He's in contention for that. A finalist. Shane Hartsell is a guy. We're talking about a very good guy that can really play. We're talking about been good for a minute. I really compare his tenacity to Forrest Ryan, man. Forrest Ryan. The last game, Villanova got to play Pat McQuaid, 17 for 29, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jabriel Mace with 9 rushes for 165 yards is ridiculous. But you still have Regular for 75 yards. That is a terrible running back room you want to face right now. You don't want to. And then Chris Colby with the 5 catches for 112 yards. Chris Colby is a big matchup problem. He's a big matchup problem, man. Chris Colby is 6'3", y'all. Massachusetts prospect. And he has been productive all year. He's going to be big time next year. Luke Kallela had a big time year. 2 catches for 21 yards for Mace. This man, best all-around player on Villanova this year. He had his year. And to talk about with Shane Hartsell, this is what sparked it off. Shane Hartsell Had 9 tackles last game. One of the reasons why you love a guy like him. 8 tackles for Newton ECM. Christian Sapp, 7 tackles. A guy that hit second team. Excuse me, third team. Hawkins was an honorable mention. 6 tackles, man. 2 pass breakups for Newton ECM. He's one of my favorite. Matter of fact, he's my favorite prospect on a player on the secondary. He's going to be a big time player. Forced fumble last game, 8 tackles, two pass breakups. Anthony Hawkins, another guy, is going to be here next year. He's going to be big time, 6'3". Zamir Dawu, 5 tackles. Richie Kimball's been big time, 5 tackles. Tackles for loss came from Sapp and Hawkins. I'm just talking about the last game. Joshua Remy, I talked about him coming out of high school. He's going to be a hell of a player next year. 4 tackles. Jason Hall, 4 tackles. Capri Martin. They got dogs on this team. Garrett Rogan. Obina Nowobodu. 3 more tackles. Tackle for a loss for Rogan. Tackles for loss for Hall. Remy. Them guys were back there playing. A sack for Hall. A sack for Inge, who had another good year. It's a good squad. Interception coming for Khalid Moody, another guy I'm a big fan of. Khalid Moody, good transfer last year. Always able to make plays. It's a good squad, man. You just got to see what Villanova and what they have able to accomplish this year. Jack Ryder got a little snap in there, and a couple of snaps. Good thing he got in there. This is a good team, man. Super team. And you're talking about the special teams. Luke Larson, excuse me, man. Always getting in there. Jabril Mace. You got to be scared anytime he catches the ball. You got to be super scared, man. You got to be scared. This is a good season for this team, man. They're going to be able to. I'm predicting to win. And how they will, I just think Villanova could blow out. This is a good team, but I think Villanova could blow them out, hit 30 for 14. They've been on a ride, and they've just been proving themselves. And I think Villanova going into the Patriot League is going to prove themselves in this game. No question. Jabril Mace, we just talked about him, man. Special Teams Player of the Year. Congratulations to Jabril Mace. Man, just such a good player, man. Such a good player. Really just took off last couple of games. He's been dominating, man. Whew, it was Avid last year. And then you still had Ragland. Ragland still let you remind you of how good he is. He's always a dominant back. He's a lead back. They got 3 lead backs. This is dangerous, right? Mace has been quiet. Mace is always all-purpose back, do his little thing. But now he's just letting you know, hey, I'm a runner, just like Avid was last year. They got 3 dangerous backs on the squad. That is dangerous. I just don't think that, and with the way that McQuaid is playing, it's going to be McQuaid against Jaden Daniels. That's what it is. McQuaid will go against quarterback, not Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry, excuse me. But it'll be McQuaid versus Jaden Craig. 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions on the year for him. All right, Xavier Boscon, 624 yards rushing against the unbelievable running backs. I don't see that but Brady Blackburn, 37 catches, 705 yards. That is a guy for Jaden Craig. Villanova has to keep an eye on that. That's the one. They do have a defensive guy in Sean Line, and linebacker Sean Line, and safety Tay Bartram. Not to mention Alex DeCrete and the defensive line. These are guys you got to watch out for, but I think it's going to be a good battle. 2 9-win teams. All right, man, listen, I'm out of here. Love y'all. Nova, love y'all. Sorry for the interruption, the first one, but love y'all, man. I'm out of here. And once again, man, this is Hardcore Sports Network. This is Foul Leader Sports. Until next time, we out, y'all.